it is officially autumn, and you know, if you look around, you can see some leaves collecting here, and especially under the oak tree, you know, there's quite a few leaves that are falling. And the tomatoes are dying off. You know, my blue hydrangeas, the last flower is fading. So by all appearances, fall is here, except for one aspect, and that is the temperature. The temperature is still in the 90s. Oh, check it out, there's a digger in the neighbor's yard way up on the top of the hill. I was watching it work the other day, and it looked like it was gonna like roll down the hill, but it's still up there. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, it's obviously fall time here. Leaves are turning or falling down, and you know, they're turning color in some places, although not as much as you would think. But the temperature is still in the 90s or upper 80s, and so it doesn't feel like fall. It's oddly eerie to have it so warm, and yet nature is obviously dying off. And I think, you know, the plants and probably the animals as well, you know something that we don't. That's not based on temperature. I don't know if it's day length or if it's just a timing thing. You know, the tomatoes decided, like, you know, a couple of them just decided, okay, it's time to die. There we go. You know, over there too. And so it could be a timing issue, or maybe they detect the length of the day, or I don't know what. But it's a strange disconnect to go outside and it be nice and warm. And we've had zero cold spells whatsoever. And so it's not like, oh, it's not like a resurgent summer where it came back, and what do they call Native American summer, and it got warm again. It's stayed warm and stayed very warm the whole time. It's October 3rd, which is like a week later than a few seconds ago when I was talking. I was just doing an update here. Leaves are starting to turn on the persimmon here, although most of the trees, when they're not really, you know, turning at all. Supposedly this is the last day of 90s temperature. Oh, check it out, this is our Asian persimmon. It's got bigger fruit. There was one, I already ate one that was ripe, and it was like almost like a dark red color. It's pretty cool. No big seeds in this, and the fruit are bigger, but I find that the flavor is a little more generic. It doesn't quite have the fruitiness of the native tree. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What I was trying to express in a previous video was sort of how unsettling it was for fall to be happening, and you could feel that fall was happening, but it's really warm outside, so, like, you know, you shouldn't feel like fall is happening. And so that strange cognitive dissonance. So far the only tree that's losing a lot of leaves is the oak tree, though. So we had some deer in our yard the other day. They were munching on the acorns, and funny enough, it might have been that afternoon, some bunch of kids and this old person came and they invaded our yard, and they started stealing the acorns. Like, it's a good thing I'm not an acorn harvester or something. I'd have been mad. I would have gone after them with a pitchfork or something. Going back to what I was trying to say, I think this is the saddest time of year for me, the end of summer, because you know the end is near. I guess it's kind of bittersweet, something like that, I don't know. I mean, once fall arrives, then I kind of embrace it, but at the very end of summer, when I know it's going to start getting cold, then, you know, I start feeling kind of sad about that.